Okay, hey, on this, I'm working on a new guitar right now. Let's just see, make sure that's in the picture. Yep, working on a new guitar right now. It's a small scale flamenco negro, but I'm going to use the Red Mountain cedar that I used for my last two, which is not negro, blanca. Oh, I keep calling it negro. Anyway, they're blancas. Basically, it's a lighter weight wood, but the blancas are often cypress, which is a very light colored wood, like very much like this, which is a Port Orford cedar. Yeah. Anyway, blah 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 blah. So, but this is a blanca because it's also cedar. It's just that it's more figured. I wonder if I can just reach over, see if I can grab this, if I can find it. Oh yeah. So here's the back and sides. So just open this up. I'm really talking about cutting this groove, but now I'm meandering. When it's under finish, it's a kind of a medium brown, but gorgeous. What do you call it? Gorgeous grain, Feels very three-dimensional. Anyway, that's sort of beside the point. Hello. That's sort of beside the point. Because today, at this moment, what I'm doing is I'm carving a channel that I'm gonna put kind of, not a truss rod, but a piece of wood for support. And usually, I've been using a wood called daeng, which is an extremely dense wood from this part of the world. And actually I'm going to make a guitar with daeng. I think the next instrument I make will be that. I have no idea how it'll work out, but I'm going to try it, So anyway, basically I'm just carving this out, and then what I'm doing this time actually is I have two pieces. Let's see, I have to look in the camera for this. So I have these two pieces of daeng, and I'm going to laminate them together with a bit of this maple in between. Like so. I mean, the reason I'm laminating the maple in there is just so I have a little bit more to fill in. So my groove is 6 mil, and the two daeng pieces come to like 5 mil, and then that 1 mil, or actually probably more than 5, that sort of half mil maple veneer will just snug it up perfectly, I hope. Anyway, yeah, so basically what I've done is I cut can you see that okay? Yep. I just by hand, I cut the grooves down, right? With this saw. I mostly use Japanese type saws. And now I'm just sort of chiseling it out, which is pretty simple because it's very straight grained wood, etc., etc. But I also have this tool here. Actually, maybe let me see if I can get that going. I made this too, so it's kind of like almost like a groove plane, So I can just do that. And it's like a hand router, I guess you could call it. That works really well, I think. I can do it this way. So I usually do this once I've planed out the bulk of the other stuff, you know what I mean? So now we're into the final work, and that's kind of where I'm going to be. Oops, next bit. So I'll just keep going a bit deeper and deeper. And so... Oh, also, this is a really interesting piece of... It's Port Orford cedar I'm using. Can you see that? Let's see if I can change the exposure. Yeah. There's some interesting, I don't know what you call them. Like there's like some lines in it, dark lines and things. Like there's a dark line here, which is super interesting. I looked at it and went, oh, what the hell's this? I went, oh no, it's actually totally solid. It's just a dark piece of wood in there. I think it's like, I'm going to flip it around. Where are we now? Okay, stop it. You can see I did my hair especially for this video. Yeah, I really, what am I trying to say? I really love asymmetry within symmetry, right? So things that are perfectly square, and then like maybe you could say an anomaly within that. I guess that's the best way I could put it. There's probably a better way of putting it, but anyway, that's sort of my idea in general when I build stuff. So when I see things like that, I'm going, oh, I'm going to grab that. Also, let's see if we can get back to here. Let's have a look at the top. Oh, top's going to be gorgeous. And I'm going to make, where are we now? Well, the top is gorgeous, but I've got this really nice rosette in it, chosen by the lovely woman that's hiring me to do this, or commissioning me. But there's this beautiful right here. You're not going to be able to see it, I don't think. Let's see if we can. Well, it just sort of shows up like a shadow a bit right there. But it's, similarly, it's like a little tweak in the wood, you know? Like in the life of the tree, something happened, and it did a thing, right? I mean, in a way, because I use sort of medium grade woods at the moment, you know, because I don't charge a lot. They're not cheap, my instruments, but they're not like hugely expensive, relatively speaking. So I use kind of middle grade woods for everything at the moment. I mean, you know, and I can charge more than I'll. Anyway, the woods are all perfectly great. Just that sometimes there's like unevenness, right? But on the other hand, I really like the unevenness, so I might just stick with that kind of thing. Like I usually order my wood, you know, I'm in Thailand, so I order a lot of stuff online. It's just, you know, the reality of it right here. So I kind of never know what I'm getting, so I look at it and then kind of think, oh, what if I do this for this instrument? Yeah. So anyway, what's my blabbing on point? Basically, I guess I really love this, that this is going to show up in the neck, and it's going to be super interesting. Like likewise, like on my fingerboard, can you see that? There we go. This is Makassar ebony. Like you can get Makassar almost, I think you can get it almost black, because a lot of people like black. But I always actually request as much striations as possible, right? I ask for. That's just part of that, you know, shibumi, wasabi. Anyway, hope that's lets you in, and soon maybe I'll take a couple pictures to accompany this with me putting in the my daeng. And basically, back to, I'm gonna flip it to the whole point of this video. So this channel, what it does is just add some support, some support along the length to the neck, you know. That's really all it is. I've done it on all my instruments, at least all my guitars. And yeah, anyway, ciao.